Okay, 2.6, 2.8. I would. We are defining them on your quiz tomorrow. You will need to know the difference between a ratio and rate. So what is a ratio? Leland.
It's like two fractions that are equal compared to each other?
Nope, not yet. What? Just part of that. What's part of that?
Two numbers that
Two.
are equal.
Yes. So like a ratio of two numbers is comparing two numbers like a fraction. So A to B, or 2 to 3, or a ratio of the girls to boys in here. Okay, it's just the two numbers. Okay, ratio or rate would be comparing two numbers that have different, so like a rate of, think of a rate as your 55 miles per hour, so miles per hour, right? So it's a ratio that now is just, has two different, what? Labels. Huh?
It's a ratio.
Labels.
Two different units, right?
Yes. Two different units. So miles and hours. And then a unit rate would be what? When you have a rate that has a denominator of uno, 1. So like unit rate, so if I would, can't even think. $60 per, I don't know, hour. 1 hour, that would be at a unit rate. So finding the better buy, if you are given, you either can buy 5 t-shirts for $25 or 6 t-shirts for $26, which is the better buy? Probably the 6, right? But you would need to show the workout. So if you had $25 for 5, you would want to find the unit rate. Like I said, a lot of the times on, like when you go to like Walmart, it's going to be on the little tab. It's going to show you exactly what the unit rate is. But it's still good to know. So this would be $5 per 1 shirt, right? And then if it was $26 for 6, you would divide those out. What would that be? $5 and some cents. But you would want to actually figure it out. Use your calculator and do the math out, and then it would be 5. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah. Oh, sorry, $4.30 per shirt. It depends on, so like it's going to ask you up here for ratio and rate and compare the two, or like talk about the two. That's going to be words. If you were to show with numbers, I mean, that would probably be okay, but I would also put words. Here, the finding the better buy, you're going to have to actually show the work like this. So which is the better buy, the $5 per shirt or the $4.33? $4.33 per shirt, right? Any questions about unit rates and finding them? Okay, then you're going to have to convert, and you're going to have to convert. It's going to say using conversion factors. Yes, some of this might be self-explanatory, but you still need to do it. So 20 minutes, and we want to change it to seconds. So 20 minutes. Again, I want to multiply. You can put it over 1, right? It's just 20 minutes. I need to get rid of the minutes, so the minutes is going to go down here, and I want what left? Seconds, right? So that means this right here is going to be seconds. So how many seconds in a minute? 60 in 1 minute. So I would multiply 20 times 60 to get, I think 1,000, because 12 and then add the 2 zeros. So 1,200 seconds. You will have to show that, yes, using a conversion factor. Now, this is a little more, this is going to be, because now we have feet per second, and we need to change it to miles per hour. Yeah.
This guy is flying.
Maybe he's in a jet. So, we're going to start by writing our 5 feet per 1 second. Holy Hannah. That is really... so you're going to multiply it by, so here seconds, and what do we want to have left? Hours, right?
There's 3600.
And again, you can split that up into 2 if you want, or you can just know that there's 3,600 seconds in 1 hour, right? 3,600 for 1 hour. Okay. Feet, we want down here, and then miles up here. Do you see how I have feet up here? I want to cancel it out with the bottom one. That's why I put that on the bottom. Mile I want left. Okay. So how many feet in a mile? 1 mile is 5,280 feet. Again, on your test, you will be given the conversion, like if they're not common. Okay, so seconds cancels. Miles, no, whoopsie, that's what I want left. Feet cancel, miles is left, and hours is left. So I would do the math. 5,102, or 5,125, oh my gosh. 5,125 times 3,600. Holy, that's a big number. And it's going to go over 5,280. Huh?
Wait, how many zeros? Here we go.
4. It's only 4 zeros.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's not that hard to make a zero.
Divide that by 5,280. That means he's going 3. And we will
is doing 3,000
miles per
18 repeated miles per hour.
Which is pretty
Man
good.
is traveling at the speed of light.
Okay, and we're moving on. You can round it if it's like that. Shh. To the nearest hundredth. Okay, then you're going to have to solve a proportion. So on these, you can either see that x is being divided by 15, so you can multiply both sides by 15, or you could cross multiply. I'm going to show the cross multiplying way. So 3 times 15 is
45.
Equals 4x. Then you're going to divide by 4, divide by 4. This cancels out. 4 goes into 45. 11 and 1/4, right? Equals x. This is not supposed to be there. Yeah, I don't care on this one, but I wouldn't get into a habit with it. For that one, yeah. Okay, cross multiply. This one's getting a little more in depth, another step. Again, cross multiply. So 3 times 5 is 15 equals, remember this whole thing up here has to be multiplied by 4. So 4 times the x plus 4 times the 2, which is 8. Okay, now I have variables and constants on one side and just constants on the other. I need to subtract 8 from both sides. 15 minus 8 is 7 equals 4x. Okay, this is the new rule. If it is a repeating or repeating decimal, like 0.333333, do not change it to a decimal. If it terminates like this one, you can. That's my rule from now on. Don't change it to a decimal. If it does not, only if it terminates, you can change it to a decimal. If you have a question, please raise your hand.
What if it's sorry.
Okay, I'll say it again. I need to divide both sides by 4. If I take it put it into calculator, 7 divided by 4 is 1.75. It terminates, so you can change it to a decimal. 1.75 equals x. Understand? Okay. Then you're going to have a problem where you have to list the corresponding angles. Again, don't even look at the picture. Look at just the what? Yep, similarity statement. That is a similarity statement. So I'm going to go and I'm going to do angle A is congruent to angle G. Remembering that all the angles are always going to be congruent, but the sides are going to be similar. Congruent is equal, right? Similar is they're proportional, right? Okay, so angle E and angle H, angle F and angle I. So those are all the angles. Then corresponding sides. So AE, this is where we need just a similar one. So AE are the first two, so GH. Then EF, HI. And then AF and GI. That doesn't matter. If I write FA, then I would want to write IG. So as long as I do AF and GI, it's still this side right here and AF, this side right here. Okay, again, if you notice, they look the same. They look like this one just should become this one, right? So don't get it confused tomorrow on the quiz when don't say, okay, so you're going to have to find an unknown side length. And if you don't see that this side was corresponding with this side, they rotated it a little bit. So you're going to have to set it up that way. Okay.
So while I've been doing
Then I need to find IG. I'm looking for this one. This is my unknown. That's the one I want to find. So I need to set up a proportion, and it's going to be two fractions set equal to each other. Remember, these two have to have something in common, the two top ones. So if you want to do from the same shape, that's fine. So this X is going to be my IG. And then if I want to have it corresponding, put the corresponding side there, or even though I said it the other way, that's okay. So this is the corresponding side. So then I have to these two have to have something in common. So I have to pick not the corresponding side, but the same shape. So from this X, this is my X, I'm going to take 13, and then 13's corresponding side. So 13 is HI. If I look here, HIEF. EF. So this would be 8, correct? Okay, now I have a proportion, and I'm going to cross multiply. So 13 times 3 is 91 equals 8x. Divide both sides by 8, and it becomes 11.375. Terminates, so x equals 11.375.